When you lead me, I will follow. When you call me, I will answer. Oh, my Lord, please teach me how to know your ways. Good evening, good evening, good evening. Hello, how are you, everybody? Right, let's do some housekeeping before I start. Do please like, share, comment, and subscribe. If this is the first time you visited this channel, do please subscribe, and don't forget to look through the channel for contents that I have done in the past. Well, today I want to deal with the update of the visit of President Zelensky to the United States of America. I'm sure you all would have heard about it because it's all over the place and the world is melting down because of the behavior of the press and so on and so forth. Right. In my opinion, I don't think anybody should blame President Trump because it is not him who is saying the truth. And President Trump, when he speaks his mind, he speaks his truth. It's his opinion. But whatever the press says, he has no control over their mouth. Even in his own time, they were actually saying all sorts of foolishness about him. Okay, in this podcast today, I will be explaining what went on in the meeting with President Trump. I'm not quite sure why they had this meeting in front of the press. Because meetings like this, when you want to do negotiation, you have to do it in a closed place where no distractions or anything will be there. I'm not quite sure if they did have some negotiation behind the scene, okay? But as far as we know, what they have shown us, they actually showed the other side of both parties, Zelensky and President Trump. Hello, Carlos. How are you? Good evening. Amadilo. Yeah, you said garlic bread. What garlic bread do you want, my dear? I don't eat even garlic bread. So, yeah, right. So I've got a couple of clips which I want to show you how this clash went, and the press is calling it a fight. To me, it is not fight. It is standing up for your truth. And if you stand up for your truth, people think you are fighting. And it could not be far from the truth because you want people to get your point of view. Amadilo, say hawk what? Hawk to anyway. If can you speak English? Can you speak English for me, please? Because what you are writing is not English, and I cannot say what you are asking me to say because I'm not here to say what you want to say. I want you to comment on the podcast, the content which I'm bringing to you. So before, thank you for retracting it. Well, whatever you did post just now, if you have anything, because I'm dealing with Zelensky's visit to President Trump, which I'm going to talk about before I show the clips. And in the clips, I will discuss it after I've shown the clip. Okay. First of all, Zelensky, you are going to make a peace deal. You don't start calling your opponents names. Yesterday on the program I did, I showed a clip whilst he was talking to President Trump. He was calling President Putin all sorts of names. How he is a butcher, he's a terrorist. No, you are going to make a peace deal. You don't start calling names. So in my opinion, Zelensky was wrong. Right. So please let me know where you're from, or if you are, what country you're from, and then I'll greet your people. I'll greet your people, the country you're coming from. Right. All right. So I want, let me show the clip first so that you understand the topic I am dealing with. Okay. This is
shame that people have been dying on the contact line. Nobody stopped him. You know that we had conversations with him, a lot of conversation, my bilateral conversation, and we signed with him, me, like a new president. In 2019, I signed with him the deal. I signed with him, Macron and Merkel, we signed ceasefire. Ceasefire, all of them told me that he will never go. We signed him with gas contract. Yes, but after that, he broken this ceasefire. He killed our people and he didn't exchange prisoners. We signed the exchange of prisoners, but he didn't do it. What kind of diplomacy, JD, you are speaking about? What do you mean?
I'm talking country.
Yes, but if you
Mr. President, with respect, I think it's disrespectful for you to come into the Oval Office and try to litigate this in front of the American media. Right now, you guys are going around and forcing conscripts to the front lines because you have manpower problems. You should be thanking the president for trying to bring an end to this conflict.
Have you ever been to Ukraine? Did you say what problems we have?
I have been to.
Come once.
I've actually watched and seen the stories, and I know that what happens is you bring them on a propaganda tour, Mr. President. Do you disagree that you've had problems bringing people into your military? And do you think that it's respectful to come to the Oval Office of the United States of America and attack the administration that is trying to prevent the destruction of your country?
A lot of questions. Let's start from the beginning.
Sure.
First of all, during the war, feel influence.
We're going to feel very good and very strong.
You will feel influence.
You're right now not in a very good position. You've allowed yourself to be in a very bad position, and he happens to be right about
it. From the very beginning of the war.
You're not in a good position. You don't have the cards right now. With us, you start having cards. Right now, you're playing cards. You're playing cards. You're gambling with the lives of millions of people. You're gambling with World War III. You're gambling with World War III. And what you're doing is very disrespectful to the country, this country. That's back to you. Far more than a lot of people said they should have.
Have you said thank you once?
This entire meeting?
No, in this entire meeting, you said thank you. You went to Pennsylvania and campaigned for the opposition in October. Offer some words of appreciation for the United States of America and the president who's trying to save your country.
Please, you think that if you will speak very loudly about the war,
He's not speaking loudly. He's not speaking loudly. Your country's in big trouble.
Can I
Wait a minute. No. You've done a lot of talking. Your country is in big trouble.
I know.
You're not winning. You're not winning this. You have a damn good chance of coming out okay because of
Mr.
us.
President, We are staying in our country, staying strong from the very beginning of the war. We've been alone, and we are thankful. I said thanks
You haven't
in
been
this
alone.
cabinet.
You
and
haven't
not
been
only
alone.
in this
We
cabinet.
gave you, through
I
this
said
stupid
thank-
president, $350 billion.
You voted
We gave
for
you
your
military equipment,
You
and you
voted
men
for
are
your
brave,
president.
but they had to use our military.
What about
If you didn't have
You
our
invited
military
me.
equipment,
You invited
if
me
you
to
didn't
speak.
have our military equipment, this war would have been over in 2 weeks.
In 3
okay?
days, I heard it from Putin. In 3 days, this is something
Maybe
new.
less.
In 2 weeks, of course, yes.
It's going to be a very hard thing to do business like this. I
Again,
tell you.
just say thank you.
I said it a lot of times to American people.
Accept that there are disagreements, and let's go litigate those disagreements rather than trying to fight it out in the American media when you're wrong. We know that you're wrong.
But you see, I think it's
Vance
good
is
for
right.
the American people to see what's going
I
on.
understand, sir.
I think it's very
I understand.
important. That's why I kept this going so long. Soldiers, listen,
don't
you're
please,
running
Mr.
low on
President.
soldiers. It would be a damn good thing.
Mr.
And
President.
then you tell us, I don't want a ceasefire. I don't want a ceasefire. I want to go and I want this. Look, if you can get a ceasefire right now, I tell you, you take it so the bullets stop flying and your men stop getting killed.
Of course, we want to stop the war.
But you're saying you don't want a ceasefire.
But I said to you,
I want a
with
ceasefire
guarantees.
because you get a ceasefire faster than an agreement.
Ask our people about ceasefire, what they think.
That wasn't
doesn't
with
matter
me.
for you what-
That wasn't with me.
It
That was
wasn't
with
with you.
a guy named Biden who was not a smart person.
This
That
is
was
your,
with,
this
that was
is
with
your
Obama.
president. It was your president.
Excuse me. That was with Obama, who gave you sheets, and I gave you javelins.
Yes.
I gave you the javelins to take out all those tanks. Obama gave you sheets. In fact, the statement is Obama gave sheets and Trump gave javelins. You got to be more thankful, because let me tell you, you don't have the cards. With us, you have the cards. But without us, you don't have any cards.
Okay.
2022, yeah, what the situation the same. The people are.
Okay, I do hear what you all are saying. I am not going to take sides, right? What brought the argument was Vice President Vance talked about democracy. So in this meeting, when he talked about democracy, that's when Zelensky was not happy, right? Okay, let me see what Ezi. Welcome, Josie Alvaranga. Welcome, and welcome to all the others who I have, whilst watching the film, who made comments. Right, I will be catching up tonight after watching the rest of this one. Okay. Josie said the art of the deal. They defended Putin's book. Okay. It was Vance's comment on democracy that that actually sparked the fight about this war with Ukraine and Russia. Okay, with any negotiation, any negotiation, when you are negotiating for anything, you should be very friendly. You should be friendly and have diplomacy and civility, which I don't think Zelensky showed. Because when Vance talked about diplomacy, he flared him up. And that's when this thing started. Okay, so this is the basis of any negotiation, to have diplomacy. But he comes for more money, and the people are dying. And President Trump is all for peace. Okay? And this war is just an unnecessary waste of time, waste of money, waste of human life and blood. So this deal, right, was Zelensky wants President Trump to actually guarantee security without signing the deal. President Trump said we cannot sign a deal, we cannot guarantee any security without this deal. That must have angered him. And the deal was supposed to be economic deal, which will bind United States and Ukraine for security reasons. But I don't think Zelensky understands that. So, in my opinion, I believe that Zelensky must accept U.S. Peace deal to stop this war, because if not, there will be no Ukraine. If this war is not stopped, because Europe is not able to help Ukraine alone. They need United States input. They need them to support this Zelensky. So whatever deal they are trying to make, I think Zelensky should accept, because America has been paying more money than Europe. As according to President Trump, $350 billion has been given to Ukraine for this war. Okay, so I believe that this war this war should be stopped by Zelensky accepting a peace deal. Okay. I did watch the whole thing today. Yes, with Zelensky. He had bad at exactly. He was arrogant, rolling his eyes and using body languages, hand gestures to brush what people said off. He also called Vance a bitch in Ukraine. In Ukrainian. Oh, wow, wow, wow. You see, when they speak language we don't understand, that's what comes out. And now the press and the world is melting down because of, even my daughter, we had an argument and she just cut off the phone for me because I did not accept what she was trying to say. She was actually on Zelensky's side. I said, you have not watched the full meeting. You have not watched the full meeting and hear both sides, what was going on. Because if you watch what was going on, you will not think that they were bullying him. It was a question. In fact, Vance talked about diplomacy, and that's what sparks this whole thing up. So by him challenging, you've come with your begging bowl for money. You should be as humble as can be. To be humble is a good thing. Than you flare up and, sort of showing as if, oh, because I'm a president, I don't have to be humble. You have to, because you're asking for help. That's the way I see it. And I don't know if this man wants this war to continue forever, because because he's not in the front line, he's not fighting this battle, he's sending his people to die. So it doesn't seem as if he's willing to let peace reign. And me, I love peace, I love quietness, but with all these people that have died, I mean, on both sides, it's an unnecessary waste of life. Unnecessary waste of life. So, President Trump really is, however bad people are looking at President Trump, I'm not on anybody's side. I'm for peace. But he did say, even after all this, his show, he did not agree to sign any deal. I don't know if he's listening to all the other leaders of the other countries, what they are saying, including our own leader. But President Trump gave him a leeway. Say, when you are ready to talk peace, you can come back, which is very good. Many people will say, well, it's his country. He can carry on with his war and fight till the cow comes home. But He gave him a leeway so that he can come back for the peace deal. Maybe after he had gone, his European people will actually show him the light. If he has not seen the light, he then, would regret it in the future. Okay, so now when he left United States, he came to the United Kingdom, right? And they ushered him, well, our Prime Minister ushered him, Keir Starmer, into number 10 with a hug. Papa Bear. Yeah. So, well, war is costly. What has it come for? War takes away money and lives. When the US has not met his needs, he comes to the United Kingdom. So, what are we going to give him this time? He bought this begging bowl. I don't know what we have. I don't know. We are suffering here ourselves. There are so many people who are in need. But this man has come here so that our government give money for him to go fight war. I can't understand. I can't understand. Well, if our Prime Minister think it's fit for him, he has plenty of money to give them for the war, it's up to him. But a negotiation for peace is a very good thing. It's a very good thing because you will be able to save lives and save money. War brings poverty. When you see for a very long time, Germany wasn't involved in any war. That's why the economy built up. Because after the Second World War, they did not involve in any type of war. Whilst the other countries are building their weaponry or all their things, Germany was building their economy. That's why their economy was strong. All right. So if Zelensky thinks that he is able to fight this war to the end through Europe's help, it's up to him. He's welcome to do it. Okay, I know. For those who have not seen this, let me play this.
What
are you saying?
She's asking, what if Russia breaks the ceasefire?
What if anything? What if a bomb drops on your head right now? Okay? What if they broke it? I don't know. They broke it with Biden because Biden, they didn't respect him. They didn't respect Obama. They respect me. Let me tell you, Putin went through a hell of a lot with me. He went through a phony witch hunt where they used him and Russia. You ever hear of that deal? That was a phony Hunter Biden, Joe Biden scam. Hillary Clinton, Shifty Adam Schiff. It was a Democrat scam. And he had to go through that. And he did go through it. We didn't end up in a war. And he went through it. He was accused of all that stuff. He had nothing to do with it. It came out of Hunter Biden's bathroom. It came out of Hunter Biden's bedroom. It was disgusting. And then they said, oh, the laptop from hell was made by Rush, and he might have broken him with Biden. He did, maybe. Maybe he didn't. I don't know what happened. But he didn't break him with me. He wants to make a deal. I don't know if he can make a deal. The problem is, I've empowered you to be a tough guy. And I don't think you'd be a tough guy without the United States. And your people are very brave. But you're either going to make a deal or we're out. And if we're out, you'll fight it out. I don't think it's going to be pretty, but you'll fight it out. But you don't have the cards. But once we sign that deal, you're in a much better position. But you're not acting at all thankful. And that's not a nice thing. I'll be honest, that's not a nice thing.
Oh dear.
All right. What are you saying?
Okay.
She's asking what
So I just want to show
What if anything? What if it's on your head right now?
this press. The press, they like to light, set fire to everything, right? But whatever the situation, President Trump has done better than others. He wants peace, even if they say it's a deal. But how can you be giving money to people without making any contract, without signing any contract for how you will get your money? Because I know when these people go to Africa in this way, yes, Liz Sutton, how are you? You said, I love Trump and Vance. Me too. I love both of them. I was rooting for them when they were campaigning. I couldn't go off my TV screen. Yeah. And what Vance did say this yesterday or over this meeting was the truth. Diplomacy is a good thing when you are dealing with negotiation. You just don't go in and start bullshitting people. Sorry for the language. Because what President Zelensky did yesterday was calling Putin names. And you don't want to, if you are making peace, you don't antagonize the other person. So how do you do that? How can you make peace if you are calling your opposite person names? There will be no peace, you see. So I'm not in approval of what Zelensky did. So those who did not see or heard when Zelensky called putting those names, they would want to side Zelensky, but it's a wrong thing to do, to be calling him. I watched him whilst he was showing President Trump the photographs of the people who are killed, and he was busy calling Putin names. But war is an ugly thing. You cannot fight a war without people being killed. That's why it's ugly. That's why it's not good to fight, to have war. There should be peace. Even if there is war, it should only be for a short period of time. If not, there are lots of people who will lose their lives, men, women, and children. But so those who are supporting Zelensky to me come across as a very arrogant person. And whether you're a president or not, if you're going for help to someone, you have, in my country say, go lay belly. You go lie down when you go to beg, so that you get what you want. But with him, he came across as, well, no, I am this president. What I want is what is going to happen, because he doesn't seem as if he's a man looking for peace. I don't think so. He must have said, oh, well, I'll just go and hear what he has to say, but, I'm not going to sign any deal, which is putting the lives of his citizens at risk. Russia is a very big country. So the little Ukraine cannot challenge Russia for a very long period of time if he doesn't have the support of the United States. Even the European leaders in Europe, they are told him that we will help you, but we cannot do it without the United States. So Zelensky has to bring his feathers down and come back to Trump for negotiation, so that they will have this peace deal, because I'm not in favor of Russia, neither Putin, and not Russia, Putin's stance. I'm not in favor of instance. I'm not in favor of anybody but humanity. For humanity's sake, a lot of people are dying, and I hate it. I don't really like when people are being killed. Okay, let me see what Ezzy said. You said, I really felt bad for Zelensky when the war started. But lately I seen another side of him that just wants to continue with all this loss of life and asking other countries to fund it. Yes, you are right. And if you go down, I think I've deleted it even. I was campaigning for him. I put it on my profile. I put him on my profile. I was talking to friends about him, and I was talking and made a podcast about him and everything. And then one of my friends said to me, "You don't know that man. He's a very bad man. He say, if you know what he has done, you will not fight for him this hard." So people know him before even me. So I was supporting him all the way. But so far as I've been studying him, it's not even making any effort to do a peace, have a peace deal. He just concentrates in sending these people to war. And I'm saying, yes, because you are not the one fighting. Because if you were the one fighting, or you have children who are of fighting age, you will not be thinking that way, that people should be going to war all the time. You should be seeking peace so that people will have peace. Now, when winter comes, they fight in the cold. Whilst you are in a warm place. It's a very sad thing. A very sad thing. I don't know how we leaders can live with themselves when they send people to war. I don't know how they can sleep at night. Maybe they don't sleep at night. I don't know. Maybe they don't sleep at night. Because if at all they are considerate enough, after a while they should seek peace. Because everybody know that Russia was wrong to invade in Ukraine, but it's gone too far. 3 years, it's a long war. 3 years people live like that. And so far as I know, there are about 2 or 3 million people scattered all over the place as refugees. It's a very sad thing. And that is putting your country's burden on other country. And then you are going to these people to give you money. Yeah, SD, you're absolutely right. Yes, I mean, for humanity's sake, you have to try to stop this type of behavior and this war. First of all, why are they fighting for land? Why are they fighting for land? The land belongs to God. It's not man. They can go and lie down. They don't wake up in the morning. Yeah. Well, somebody said something. Is, I think the person said, "Oh, God is with Zelensky." So as God is with Zelensky and the Ukrainian people, I say, "Oh, well, I'm not quite sure. God probably has left them, because if God was there, the war would have finished in no time. So what did they do wrong? What sin did they commit that their war should be carrying on for so long a time? Because God is not a God who takes punishment lightly. He punishes you when he sees you did something wrong. And he did it, or he does it in the right time. So what has Zelensky and people do? What did they do? So he wants to complain yesterday to President Trump, saying that how many thousands of people, young children, have been stolen from Ukraine, taken into Russia, and changed their names. When this Zelensky must have known about this war. So then he should have removed all these children and send them to different places so that they won't be kidnapped. Because I remembered I wasn't born yet when Second World War was going on, but from the history, I was told that many children were moved from London, because this is where the war was hot. Were moved to London, from London to outside London. Yeah. So that's what he should have done, and move all these children so that Putin would not have chance to kidnap these children and change their names. It's a very sad thing. The innocent lives, innocent people get caught up in those senseless wars. Well, I did say today is Saturday. I don't want to have a long podcast, but I always, this week I've been reading this poetry, which I would now conclude with, which is Desiderata. Okay, so I'll read it now. I'm sure many of you know it, but it's good sometimes for us, something to remind us of this, our lives in this world. How we live our lives and things that we go through. Okay. Desiderata. If you have any comments, please do leave your comments and contribute to the program. So, go placidly amid the noise and the haste, and remember what peace there may be in silence. As far as possible without surrender, be on good terms with all persons. Speak your truth quietly and clearly, and listen to others, even to the dull and the ignorant. They too have their story. Avoid loud and aggressive persons. They are vexation to the spirit. If you compare yourself with others, you may become vain or bitter, for always there will be greater and lesser persons than yourself. Enjoy your achievements as well as your plans. Keep interested in your own career. However humble, it is a real possession in the changing fortunes of time. Exercise caution in your business affairs, for the world is full of trickery, but let this not blind you to what virtue there is. Many persons strive for high ideals, and everywhere is full of heroism. Be yourself, especially do not feign affection, neither be cynical about love. For in the face of all aridity and disenchantment, it is as perennial as the grass. Take kindly the counsel of the years gracefully, surrendering the things of youth. Nurture strength of spirit to shield you in sudden misfortune. But do not distress yourself with dark imaging. Many fears are born of fatigue and loneliness. Beyond a wholesome discipline, be gentle with yourself. You are a child of the universe, no less than the trees and the stars. You have a right to be here. And whether or not it is clear to you, no doubt the universe is unfolding as it should. Therefore, Be at peace with God wherever you conceive him to be, whatever you conceived him to be, sorry. And whatever your labors and aspirations in the noisy confusion of life, keep peace in your soul with all its charm, drudgery, and broken dreams. It is still a beautiful world. Be happy, cheerful, be happy, cheerful, strive to be happy. This poem is by Max Ehrmann, written in 1927. Well, it's a good lesson to learn. These are wise words. There are many words that people should ponder upon and to listen. They're very, very interesting. So that's why I decide to read it after my podcast. If I do a short podcast, I'll read it after that. But, right. So I'm going to end this podcast for today because I'm on tomorrow live. So do, before you go, if you have not yet subscribed, if you're new to the channel, do leave message and subscribe to the channel, and do come back. And don't forget to visit my other channel, Life is Important Kate, and see what you can grasp from that channel. God bless you and keep you, and have a wonderful and pleasant Saturday evening. As I sign off, I say God, the Father, the Son, the Holy Spirit will bless you all. And may God give peace to this world and peace to all our leaders. Give them wisdom, knowledge, and understanding to be able to rule in a sort of sensible way, and in a decisive way. May they be able to discern the truth and speak their truth. I pray this every day. Oh, is it? Yeah, it's a lovely poem. I've had it. I did explain how I managed to get this poem, know about this poem. I was very, very young. I was very young when I had it. After every Sunday service, then they will read this poem. So when I grow older, I've never departed from it. I kept it in a framed, in a frame, so that I'll be reading it to myself. Yes, have a wonderful and pleasant night rest, Easy. God bless you for coming. God bless you all. Thank you all so much. I do love you all.